Hello friends, we are learning the topic the prime factorization. Okay. In the last lecture, we have seen every positive integer greater than 1 can be written as a power of prime. Okay. We have seen how we factorize the number into the power of primes, and it is called standard or canonical factorizations. Now, today's topic is the GCD and LCM using prime factorization. Using prime factorization, we will find GCD and LCM using prime factorization. Now note down the formula. Suppose there are two numbers, one is A, and suppose the factorization of A is like P1 raised to power A1, P2 raised to power A2 up to Pn raised to power An. Okay, where P1, P2 are primes. Okay, and suppose there are also other integer whose prime factorization is like P1 raised to power B1, P2 raised to power B2 up to Pn raised to power Bn. Then GCD of A and B always equal to P1 raised to power. Now here in A, the power of P1 is A1. Here in B, power of P1 is B1. So take the minimum of A1 and B1. So P1 raised to power minimum of A1 and B1. Which if A1 is minimum, take P1 raised to power A1. If B1 is minimum, take P1 raised to power B1. Take the power minimum of A1 and B1 of P1. Similarly, take P2 raised to power, here power of P2 is A2, here power of P2 is B2. So take minimum of A2, B2. Continuing this way, Pn raised to power minimum of An, Pn. This is the GCD of two numbers. And in LCM, just replace minimum by maximum. So LCM of AB equal to P1 raised to power maximum of A1, B1. Here power of P1 is A1, power of P2, power of P1 is B1. Whichever maximum, take P1 raised to power maximum of A1 and B1. P2 raised to power maximum of A2, B2. Continuing this way, P1 raised to power maximum of An. Okay. So this is the definition of GCD and LCM through the prime factorization. Okay. Now, using this formula, we will solve some examples. Okay. So example, we will take some big example. Okay. This is the idea behind finding the prime factorization and then find the GCD and LCM. Okay. For example, we will take example. So example is to find GCD and LCM of 18900 and 17160 using prime factorization. Okay. What we will do? We will first factor 18900 and 17160 as a product prime. Now you cannot find GCD and LCM using our general methods. You can find GCD using Euclidean algorithm, but not by our general method. So for such a big example, it is easy to find GCD and LCM through prime factorization. Okay. So first we will factor 18900. Question is find GCD and LCM using prime factorization. Okay. Using prime factorization. Okay. Find GCD and LCM using prime factorization. First, we will write 18900 in terms of power of prime. Okay. We know 18900 is equal to 2 into 9450. Okay. Because 9450 into 2 is equal to 18900. Okay. Look, 900 into 450 is equal to 9 into 290. Okay. So again you can write this as 2 into. Now 9450 all is equal to 2 into again even this unit place is even, so we can divide by 2. We know that we will divide by 2. If the unit place is even, then we can divide a number by 2. So 2 into, it will be equal to 4, 7, okay, 2, 5. 4, 7, 2, 5. Okay. 4, 7, 2, 5. Okay. Now at 4, 7, 2, 5, if unit place is 5, so we can divide number of 5, or the sum of numbers digits 5 plus 2, 7 plus 7, 14 plus 4, 18. This number is also divisible by 3, also divisible by 5. So we can check, we can verify whether this number is divisible by 3 or 5. But by divisible test, we can divide this number by 3 or 5 also. Okay. So what we do? We will divide this number by 3. Okay, so we get 2 into 2 into 4, 7, 2, 5 divided by 3. So 15, 45, 2, 2. So 3 into 7, 21, 1, 5. So 3 into 5. So 1, 5, 7, 5 into. So 4, 7, 2, 5 is equal to 3 into 1, 5, 7, 5. Now this number is divisible by 5. So we divide it by 5. So it is equal to. So 2 into 2 is 2 square into 3. Now divide 1575 by 5. What is the answer? When you divide it by 5, okay. So 300 into 5 is 1500 plus 25. Okay. So 5 into 320. 350. Okay. Yes. Now again, this number is divisible by 5. So we can write as 2 square as it is into this 3 as it is, this 5 as it is into again 5 into 63. Okay. Now 63 divided by 3. This number is equal to 2 square as it is, this 3 as it is, this 5 square as 5 into 5 is 5 square, and again 3 into 90. So finally we get prime factorization of 18900 is equal to 2 square, 3 into 3, 3 square into 5 square into 90. Now all the numbers are prime. 2 is prime, 3 is prime, 5 is prime, 19 is prime. So P1 raised to power A1, P2 raised to power A2. Okay, so we get the standard organical factorization. Now we cannot do any other factorization because all numbers are prime now. Similarly, we have to do the prime factorization of 17160. Okay, so 17160. We have find the canonical or standard factorization of 18900. Okay, now we will find the standard or canonical factorization of 17160. Okay, now look at this. At even place or at even digit there is a even number. So we can divide this number by 2. So this is equal to 2 into 8580. Okay, 8580. Then this 2 is this again. Unit place is even. We can divide by 2 also. So 2 into divide 8580 by 2. What we will get? So we will get, divide this number by 2. Okay. So we will get 4000 and this 580. Okay, means 290. Okay, 4290 into 2. Again, this 2 into 2 is 2 square. Again, we can divide this number by 2. So 2 into this will be equal to 2145. So 2 square into 2 is 2 cube. Okay. Now 2 cube into this number is by now 5 because unit place is 5. So we can divide this number by 5. So 2145 divided by 5. So we get So this 5, this 9, 4 to 9. So the 2 cube as it is, and 5 into 4 to 9. Okay. Now look at this number 4 to 9. Sum is 4 plus 2 is 6. 9 plus 6 is 15. So sum is 15. 15 is divided by 3. So why do we test? This number is divided by 3. So we can divide this number 4 to 9 by 3. Then we get divide 4 to 9 by 3. What we get? So 13 into 3, 14 into 3, 42. Okay. And again 3. So 1, 4, 3. So 2 cube into 5 into 3 into 1, 4, 3. Okay. Again 4 plus 3, 7. 7 plus 1, 8. Now this number is not divided by 3. This is equal to 2 cube into 3 into 5 into. You will use divisible by 11. Okay. Now 3 and 1 at these are the places at odd places. 3 plus 1, 4. Minus 4. 4 is an even place. So difference between even place and odd place is 0. This means this number is divided by 11. So divide this number by 11. I think 11 into 13 is 1, 4, 3. Okay. 13 into 11. Okay. Okay. So 11 into 13. This is the prime factorization of 17160, and this is the prime factorization of 18900. So GCD of 18900 and 17160 is equal to. Now check here, power of 2 is 3, here power of 2 is 2. For this we take minimum power. So take minimum 3 and 2 is 2. So 2 raised to power means what is minimum power here? 3 and 2 minimum is 2. So 2 raised to power 2. Then here power of 3 is 1, power of 3 is 2. So minimum is 1. So 3 raised to power 1. Here power of 5 is 1, power of 5 is 2. Take minimum. So power of 5 is take 1. Okay. Here 2, 3, 5. Here power of 19 is 1, power of 19 is 0. So take power of 19 0. Power of 11 is 1, power of 11 is 0. So 0. Power of 13 is 1. There is no power of 13. So minimum is 0. So this is the GCD. So 2 square is 4. 4 into 3 is 12. 12 into 5 is 60. So GCD greatest common divisor of 18900 and 16160 is 60. And now LCM. LCM of this is equal to LCM of 18900 and 16160. Take maximum powers now. Okay. Here power of 2 is 3. Here 2. So maximum is 3. So 2 cube. Then here power of 3 is 1. Power of 3 is 2. So 3 square. Here power of 5 is 1. Okay. Here power of 5 is power of 5 1. Power of 5 2. So take highest power. So 5 raised to power 2. Here power of 11 is 1. Here no 11. Power of 11 is 0. So 11 raised to power 1. Here power of 13 is 1. Here power of 13 is 0 because there is no 13. So take highest power 13. Here power of 19 is 1. Here there is no 19. So power of 19 is 1 is highest. So 19. So 2 cube is 8. 3 square is 9. So 72 into 25 into 11 13 is 143 into 19. This is the LCM of these two numbers. You check this number is equal to 5405 400. Okay. This is the application of GCD and LCM using prime factorization. Okay. Friends, now we will see the next theorem. Next theorem is if GCD of A and B is equal to 1, then GCD of A square and B square also equal to 1, where A and B are positive integers. Okay. The proof is simple. We are given that GCD of A and B is 1. Okay, we have to prove GCD of A square and B square is also equal to 1. Suppose GCD of A square and B square is equal to D. We know GCD is either equal to 1 or number greater than 1. So we have either D is equal to 1 or D square also equal to, or D is greater than 1. Only two options for GCD. Either D is 1 or D greater than 1. Okay. If D is equal to 1, then GCD of A square plus B square is equal to 1 and theorem is proof is completed. Okay. So if D is equal to 1, proof is over. Okay. Now we will see the case when D is greater than 1 and show D cannot be greater than 1, D must be equal to 1. Okay. If D is greater than 1, okay, so D is greater than 1 and D is the GCD of A square and B square. Since D is GCD, D is the greatest common divisor. So D is divisor of A square and D is divisor of B square. This implies D divides A square and D divides B square. Now D is greater than 1. We know theorem. For every positive integer greater than 1 has at least one prime divisor. So there is a prime P. There is a prime P such that it divides D. Why? Because D is a positive integer greater than 1. So it must have at least one prime divisor. And then the prime divisor is P. Okay. Now P divides D and D divides A square. This implies P divides A square. Similarly, P divides D and D divides B square, and this implies P divides B square also. Now P divides A into A and P divides B into B. We know theorem. If prime divides A into B, then prime must divide at least one of the two factors. Okay, that is we know. If P divides AB, then either P divides A or P divides B. But here A square is A into A. This implies P divides A square means P must divides A. Okay, because P is prime. This implies, see, if P divides AB, then P must divides A or P must divides B. Here A into A, so P must divides A. Also P divides B square, that is B into B, means P must divides B. Okay, this implies P must divides A and P must divides B. Okay, because P is prime. For example, if P is prime, so for example 2 square. So P is prime, so 2 square, 2 divides 2 square means 2 divides 2 also. Okay. 3 divides 9 square. Okay. 3 divides 9 square. That's so 3 also divides 9 also. Okay. Similarly, P divides A square, then P divides A. P divides B square, then P divides P. This means P is prime and means divides both A and B. Okay. This implies P is a common divisor. P divides A and P divides B. This implies and P is prime. Okay. We have taken a prime which is least. Okay. Now P divides A, P divides B. So P is a common divisor. Moreover, P is a prime. Okay. So it must be least. It must be a greatest common divisor. Okay, because so we have P divides A and P divides B. This means P is a common divisor of A and B, and any common divisor of divides greatest common divisor. Here P is, from this we see P is common divisor, means P divides greatest common divisor, and greatest common divisor of A and B is 1. This implies P divides 1, but this is not possible. Why? Because P is prime, so greater than 1 cannot divide 1, because 1 and only one divisor 1. This is contradiction. Okay, so this implies D, you are taken D greater than 1 and we are getting contradiction. This means D cannot be greater than 1. So only option left is that D must be equal to 1. That is, this is of A square and B square is equal to D is equal to 1. So this is the proof. Okay, this is the proof of the theorem means it says the GCD of A and B is 1. The GCD of A square and B square also is equal to 1. Okay. Similarly, we will see another theorem also based on this theorem. Okay. Next theorem is similar to this theorem. Next theorem is if GCD of A and B is equal to C, implies GCD of A square and B square is equal to C square. Okay. The proof of this theorem is very simple. So we are given to prove GCD of A and B, they are given C. Okay. This means GCD of A by C and B by C is equal to 1. You know this property. GCD of A and B is C. The GCD of A by C and B by C are equal to 1. Now we will use this theorem. So GCD of two integers is 1 and then GCD of square also equal to 1. This implies GCD of A square upon C square and B square upon C square is equal to 1 square, so 1. Now multiply both sides by C square. This implies A square C square B square C square into C square is equal to C square into 1 is equal to C square. We know GCD of AB into C is equal to C into A, GCD C into B. We can multiply this GCD by this common factor. So C square get cancelled, C square get cancelled. So only remains A square and B square, and here C square. GCD of A square and B square is equal to C square. Okay. So thank you.